Okay, another week at Mr Landcruiser, ladies and gents, and all the other genders. This is what's going on this week at Mr Landcruiser. We're starting inside, in the beautiful inside of the Mr Landcruiser building. This one is a 1963 full restoration. Very exciting, very genuine. The roller's done. This is rebuilt 135, the 3-speed, the axles, it's all done. This week, the panels, we start with the panels. So exciting. This has been a long time coming, so excited. It's got a lot to go, but stuff's really happening with this 1963. What a doozy. It's a ute. And that's because this one's finished. This one, Richard and the boys have fired it over now, so it's been running. It'll be gone in 2 or 3 weeks. It's the real nitty-gritty now, and it goes home, and we bring this one over and full steam ahead, but goodbye to that one. And right beside this one, we've got Richard. Richard, here you go, mate.
What's going on?
He is Aircon on this one. There's a lot of things on this one. 62?
Yeah, this is a 60.
60.
FJ60, but it's a GXL, but never came with aircon.
Yeah,
so
right.
we've done multiple mechanical stuff on this, but we've gone and found all the genuine parts out of another 60 and retrofitted them in here. So.
And this is the first time Mr Landcruiser's done a completely non-aircon car right through to aircon.
Yeah. And because it's all factory parts as well, there's no like customized stuff. It's just all plug and play.
Unfortunately, there's not enough rigs. We can't book in 20 of them, but we could probably take on a couple more.
Yeah, definitely.
There you go. We can take on a couple of more.
Not the right time of year.
Yeah, excellent.
Now, though, but anyway.
Let's check out. This one's a BJ46. This one is a mid-wheelbase LX that Mick's working on at the moment. Now, this one's been around the world. It started Japan, New Zealand, the Middle East, Australia. This thing is stunning. Now, it was purchased with roadworthy, but it still needs, the owner has found stuff that needs tweaking. So we're going right through for the new owner now and making it spot on. But there's honestly not a great deal to do to this one, but it's so cool. This is probably only the second mid-wheelbase we've ever had here at Mr Landcruiser. Very, very cool. What else is going on? Okay. The Troopy. This Troopy has come in for a 3-hour report, which is, I said it before, it's a FJ47. It's like a roadworthy, but we're not doing a roadworthy on it because the client himself has to address a few things. So we're going right through it, spending a lot of time on it in the next couple of days to give a list, to quote on a list, and then go from there. So that one's in for just got here. And over here, the goat. Look at the goat. This thing, I drove it this morning. It has to be the sexiest thing that I've driven ever in the Mr Landcruiser in my time here. This thing has got balls. They're bigger than mine even. It's got the L98 in here, and it is a sleeper, this thing. This thing is a weapon, an absolute weapon. It's in here for very minimal too. We've just got to tidy a few things, you know, just change some seat belts, fix up the handbrake cable, basic stuff. But this is such, I don't know, I've got a stiffy driving this one. Next to us here, we have a, this one's been in here before. This time it's got the 2H engine conversion. We've done that, finished. It's near done, this whole thing's near done. And look, isn't that sexy? Hey, they are the McKinnon's Cruisers steps that McKinnon sell, we sell, everyone sells. They're such a cool thing. They, we do away with the old one, so now it's up to the client. Does he polish this up and leave it? Does he bung up the holes? Totally up to him, but they are a treat. Plenty of foot room for big-feeted guys like me, and you know what they say about guys with big boots? Big socks. Let's keep going. I was going to say big penis. So this one is a BJ42. So this one is a full Mr Landcruiser nut and bolt. We're talking concourse on this one. It's going to have all the fruit, but it's going to be original. So we're going back to bare bones, everything, a nut and bolt. So the first one, the 1960, we looked at in there, 1963, comes forward, and this one goes in the background, and they all happen inside after the tear down. So when we're finished tearing it down, we start sandblasting. First the chassis. We get the roller going. We'll come back to this, and then we'll get the roller. We'll rebuild the engine, rebuild the box, rebuild the axles, everything. What else? 1978, I believe. This is a factory soft top Troopy. For us at Mr Landcruiser, what we have done is it's got the, oh, cameraman nearly fell over. It's got the 5-speed in it, but it didn't have the handbrake set up to the rear. So we've tidied up the transfer plus added the handbrake system. Now this is 1978, so it's all custom stuff where the handbrake's still up here. There's no such cable. We've catered for that, made all that. This one is, there is a brand new 2H under there that the bonnet doesn't go with it. It's just to keep a bit of dew and stuff on it. There's not a great deal. We're not doing the whole thing. We're slapping it in there and getting it all ready for young Brody. Young Brody can finish it off, but we'll get it to a stage and then he can go pop wheelies in the 2H. This one is power steer. But while we strip it down, do the 60 series power steer, we remove the shock towers and what have you. We started prepping the chassis. We didn't get far. As we were starting to prep the chassis, we noticed the rust straight away. And it just stops the job in its tracks. Lucky for this client and lucky for Mr Landcruiser, our friends at McKinnon's, they do 80 series, they do the 4080s. So they're out with the old chassis, in with the new, and we go and pick up their pieces. So Billy at McKinnon's Cruisers, a big shout out for saving the day. He has the required chassis for this job. So it's it means the show goes on. We'll do the chassis, and then we'll go back to power steering on that one. And then behind me, we just have Richard's Beast. Richard's, there's no engine in there, fully rebuilt 2H going on. And old Betsy's near done too. That's engine conversion and interior. And that brings us probably to the last couple. This one, isn't she immaculate? If you want to see, scroll through our YouTubers and you'll find the walk around on this one already. There's an oil leak. That's it. It's done. One oil leak, finished. It's ready to go home. And then mine is also getting a new 2H. Some might notice I started that one back in December. I pulled it out. Now, I have been waiting on the ceramic coated pistons. They've arrived. So it's all guns a-blazing. The new loom's in there. The motor will be finished in weeks. And then I can stop driving the Suzuki Alto around and get back into my 47. Be a man again. That's this week at Mr Landcruiser. Yo.